The opponent's final Pokemon is Toxicroak. Charizard about to feast. Lord have mercy. Going straight for the Blast Burn. So, welcome back to home of Shadow Pokemon. Season 13 is here and all the talk is about the wing attack buff. So, naturally, my good friend Ty was straight in my inbox dropping that fire, quite literally, wing attack buffed Shadow Charizard content. Shadow Charizard obviously does not want to see rock, water or electric, so he is pairing it with Legacy Weepinbell to cover all of them vulnerabilities and utilising Shadow Blastoise as the safe fit. Without any further ado, let's get into the battle with this rank 1 hype. We see Vaporeon in the lead. Is it the algorithm? Probably not. Rank 1 is pretty random. Vaporeon would beat Charizard, we safe switch into Blastoise, in comes Drifloon. They shield up the Hydro Cannon and go for the Ominous Wind. I was going to say Icy Wind, but Ominous Wind, that's interesting. The optimal moveset would be Icy Wind, Shadow Ball. However, Ty not complaining, he returns fire with the Hydro Cannon Drifloon. Now down all shields, Blastoise can safely allow itself to go down, and it is time for Charizard to come in and gain energy. Ty not committing to the farm down, wanting to save 2 shields. He goes straight for the Dragon Claw and he's spamming out Weepinbell. Weepinbell about to shred this Vaporeon. The opponent does stay in, fires off an Aqua Tail. Ty has 2 shields. He's got to shield something. He shields it up, and in the back it is Excadrill. Mud Slap is hitting for neutral, but Weepinbell doesn't care. We leave with the Seed Bomb. However, Ty, being Ty, even in rank 1, is going to BM Sludge Bomb the Vaporeon, and that is a good game. Moving on to the next one. Karma out here slapping Ty in the face. We see Steelix in the lead. Immediate safe switch into Blastoise. The opponent answers with Staraptor. Ty going straight for the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon will be drawing a shield from Staraptor. You could pretty much throw anything, and most Staraptors do shield. The opponent attempts to gust down Blastoise. Far too thick. We've now gained shield advantage and switch advantage, and now Weepinbell can align itself with this Steelix. However, Weepinbell only hits for neutral due to the steel subtyping, and Steelix has access to Psychic Fangs. Not only does it hit for super effective, it also lowers our defense, but Ty reaches Seed Bomb on a CMP. Ty, the opponent lets it go. We spam out into Charizard wing attack, are hitting this Beedrill for super effective. They throw a charge move. We sneak. I think the win con for the opponent was to farm all the way down, but maybe I'm wrong. They go for the Foul Stinger boost, but Charizard still manages to take that game. Moving on to the next one. We see Mew in the lead, pretty dreadful as most Mew. Run Surf and Wild Charge, both with Charizard. For super effective, we shield up the Surf. Ty over farms a whole bunch, and he actually makes a fantastic catch. Stay in school, kids. Learn to count his 5 Shadow Claws to the Surf, and Ty catches it on Blastoise. However, the opponent sitting in the driver's seat. They bring in Superior. We aren't going to make the Skull Bash, so Ty settles for some chip damage of a Hydro Cannon. Superior is super bulky, but holy smokes, that Hydro Cannon actually did respectable damage. Back out comes Charizard. We are firing off the Dragon Claw on a CMP. Ty, the opponent, shields it up. I don't even think Aerial Ass will KO because it is garbage. The opponent does fire it, and we do survive. Ty fires off Dragon Claw. Number 2. Does the opponent let it go? Yes, they do. We spam out into Weepinbell. Mew looking to make a charge move. They get farmed down, and the opponent's final Pokemon is Jellicent, and the opponent concedes the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one. We see Pachirisu in the lead. Not only is this dreadful for Charizard with ABA weak to electric, but Ty makes the catch of the Thunder Punch on his Weepinbell. The opponent safe switches into Wishcash. Questionable for Razor Leafs. Farm it all the way down, and that is all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one. We see Ferrothorn in the lead. If you're going to run this little metal looking bush, I'd recommend Bullet Seed as the fast move. This opponent has gone for Metal Claw, and then they go for the resisted Mirror Shot. Charizard over farms like crazy. Ty not baiting, going straight for the Blast Burn. The opponent does shield it up, but the wing attack buff means Charizard's already at Blast Burn. Number 2, the opponent down all shields. Holy smokes, I do believe this is another Mirror Shot. This isn't even gonna KO. Perhaps their only single move. They now make a safe switch into Sudowoodo, and it's going to be hi Sudowoodo, bye Sudowoodo. Much like Wishcash, they are going to get quickly deleted by the Razor Leafs. The opponent's final Pokemon is a Hex Frostlass. Blastoise sitting really comfortably. Ty can pretty much shield up whatever they throw. They go for an Avalanche bait. But either way, this game is over. Please, Ty, don't go for the Skull Bash. Ty, respectfully this time, isn't BMing. He goes for the Hydro Cannon. That takes care of Frostlass back out comes Ferrothorn. If they was on Bullet Seed, they would probably have somewhat of a chance, but Metal Claw is resisted by the water typing, and Hydro Cannon seals the deal. Moving on to the next one. Holy smokes, has Ty pissed someone off as we lose another lead. We see Quagsire. The opponent is running Water Gun. Again, I would recommend Mud Shot. Mud Shot generates energy a lot quicker than Water Gun. They go for an Acid Spray bait on Blastoise. Ty didn't shield. They now come in to Greedent, and Greedent is getting absolutely wrecked. The first Hydro Cannon gets them low. The opponent does shield up. Are they going to attempt a Bullet Seed? Farm down. They are not. Greedent dumps a crunch on Blastoise. Down goes Blastoise. Ty comes back in to his Charizard. Charizard can survive any one move. The opponent is going straight crunch. Crunch gets us down pretty low. Ty now looking to come in to his Weepinbell. It's High Quag, Bye Quag. What is the final Pokemon? It is Magmar. Holy smokes, we're about to get deleted ironically, but Weepinbell hangs on with 1 HP, and the Dream makes the Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb draws the final shield from the opponent, and resisted Blast Burn is about to obliterate Magmar. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see that Penguin and Empoleon in the lead. Dreadful, so we do Safe Switch again into our Blastoise, and the opponent brings in a Charmer. Charm, not as oppressive as it once was. It did receive a little nerf this season, so can Blastoise make 2 Hydro Cannons? First one draws the shield. Blastoise does survive the charms, makes Hydro Cannon number 2. Unless the opponent double shields, they are going to get super low. Holy smokes, Blastoise almost wins the 0-1. We do not, so we come back in to Charizard. The Penguin is about to feast on us. They've only got 1 shield though. Blast Burn is neutral due to the Steel typing, and Ty not baiting, going straight for the Blast Burn. The opponent does shield it up. It's a CMP Ty. Ty choosing to commit a shield on his Charizard in case he needs it for later. We now Safe Switch into our Weepinbell, and it is another Charmer. They were running Empoleon. Double Charm. Mr. Zynic said this team was great. Well, mate, this isn't Season 12. Season 13 means Double Charm is about to get fucking wrecked, and I love to see it. GG's. Moving on to the next battle, we see Sandslash in the lead. The Steel Ice typing would be taking double super effective from fire. However, wing attacks are resisted. Ty builds up to the Blast Burn, throws the Dragon Claw, and the opponent calls the bait. Holy fuck, Mr. Opponent. How do you walk around with them enormous testicles dangling down? They then throw a resisted Gyro Ball on our Blastoise, and we see another Charmer come in. Blastoise gonna throw the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon does this time draw a shield from the Grand Ball. Ty sitting in a tricky spot, as both of our remaining Pokemon are going to struggle with Sandslash. We come in to Weepinbell. We are going to shield up the potential crunch. The opponent goes for a close combat, lowering their own defense, minimizing the farm that Weepinbell gets. They now come in to a Thundershock Raichu, and holy smokes, Raichu only taking neutral, but these Razor Leaves are ripping through him. The opponent now brings back out the Sandslash. Ty going for a Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is resisted, but it hits like a truck. We now come in to Charizard. We throw the resisted Dragon Claw. This probably isn't going to KO. It does not. The opponent is going to dump some energy. If Ty can farm down, we have a chance. They go for another Gyro Ball. The opponent must be single move. We're taking super effective from the Powder Snows. We're on 1 HP and a Dream, but Weepinbell manages to secure an unlikely win. GG's, and thanks for playing. If the opponent was on the recommended Ice Punch, I think we was absolutely fucked. But we take that. We see Snorlax in the lead. Charizard made of paper shields up the Body Slam. We again farm up a boatload of energy, and Ty is going for the Dragon Claw bait. Does the opponent call the bait? Yes, they do. This is why I say no bait on this channel. We could have been 2 for 2, nuking the shit out of the opponent's leads in the last 2 battles. But it is what it is. Ty now Safe Switches into Blastoise, who tanks the Body Slams a lot better. The opponent is staying in. Can Blastoise Water Gun down? Yes, we can. We're in the 1-to-1 shields. The opponent brings in Kofa Grigas. Kofa Grigas is not going to appreciate the Hydro Cannons. Ty is choosing to commit a shield. It looks like he's going to the back-to-back. So if the opponent shields the first, they're going to get hit with the second. Let's see what the opponent does. They do shield the first Hydro Cannon. We get a little bit of lag, but Blastoise far too thick to get lagged out. We make Hydro Cannon number 2. Down goes Kofa Grigas. Oh shit. The opponent's final Pokemon is Toxicroak. Toxicroak is about to get obliterated. Holy shit, Ty. This bloke has a family. Blast Burn is all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one, this is what the early ranks are all about, that absolute spice. The opponent is running a Shelgon wing attacks, our neutral Dragon Claw will hit for super effective. The opponent does shield it up, we now say switch into our Blastoise. I'll be honest, I don't know what this thing learns. Ty is probably scratching his head as well. We put up a shield and it is a Dragon Pulse, holy crap. That turned out to be a good shield. We're going for the resisted Hydro Cannon. Shadow Hydro Cannons clap absolutely everything. It is resisted, but still knocks out Shelgon. The opponent now brings in Scolipede. You love to see it. Shout out this opponent. You are a Spice Lord, sir. Scolipede tanks the Hydro Cannon not particularly well. They get Water Gun farmed all the way down. The opponent has Clefable. In the back, we resist Charm. Razor Leafs, our neutral Ty looks to catch. He doesn't catch, but wing attack takes out Clefable. Moving on to the next one. We see everyone's favourite hot air balloon Drifblim in the lead. Charizard pretty neutral here. Wing attacks are chunking. Icy Wind and Shadow Ball both hit for neutral. Ty tanks the Icy Wind and returns fire with the Blast Burn. Blast Burn is one stage debuff, but the balloon still shits its pants, not wanting to get popped. We now say switch into Blastoise. Ty calling the Icy Wind bait, and the opponent does throw the Icy Wind. They now bring in a Charmer. Apparently people didn't get the memo that in Season 13 Charm has been nerfed, but to be honest, Shadow Gramble doesn't care about no nerf. It easily Charm farms us all the way down. However, the opponent is now unshielded. We come in with Weepinbell. We commit to the Razor Leaf farm down. Back out comes the balloon. The balloon does resist both our fast move and all our charge moves, but Razor Leaf is busted. We do shield up the Icy Wind. Ty looks to Razor Leaf farm down. He actually snipes with Charizard. I didn't see what come in as something using Mud Shot, and we are going for the Dragon Claw. It's actually a Poliwrath. Poliwrath is in huge danger. We've got the Seed Bomb locked and loaded. It's going to be high Poliwrath, by Poliwrath. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Hypno in the lead, a real core breaker for this team, as most have. Thunder Punch, which would hit both Charizard and Blastoise for super effective. The Confusion fast move would rip apart Weepinbell. Ty goes straight for the Blast Burn, and the opponent show no respect. That's what I'm talking about, Ty. Straight for them big Hail Marys. The opponent actually has Ice Punch. Ty commits a shield. We wing attack farm them all the way down. The opponent now brings in Guzzlord. Guzzlord probably going to return the shield on the Dragon Claw. Ty now say switches into Blastoise. Blastoise doesn't have the best matchup here, but in case you didn't know, Hydro Cannon busted. We go for the resisted Hydro Cannon. It gets Guzzlord down below 50% HP. The opponent farming up a boatload of energy. Mr. Opponent, why are you not throwing a charge move? Blastoise makes Hydro Cannon number 2, and it's a CMP Ty, the absolute dream scenario for Ty. Dragon Claw takes us out. We now come in with Weepinbell. We look to Razor Leaf, farm down. Razor Leaf is resisted. Ty choosing to commit a shield. This time the opponent goes for a crunch. Weepinbell does farm down. What is that final Pokemon? It is Toxicroak. Ty looking to make a catch, and as always his counting is immaculate. We catch the Mud Bomb on Charizard. We can come back in. Razor Leafs have ripped apart Toxicroak. Someone forgot to tell him you're meant to resist grass. Guess what? You might resist poison as well, but Sludge Bomb seals the deal, and Ty pulls off an incredible victory to finish the video. GG's, and thanks for playing. So those were the battles in the early ranks with the buff Wing Attack Charizard. I think the MVP was Legacy Weepinbell. Holy smokes, that Razor Leaf ripped through opponents. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing if you like your battles featured on the channel. A link to my battle submission form is in the description down below. Good luck everyone for Season 13. Just remember, it's a long season. Go out there, have fun. If you're feeling tilted, give it a rest for the day. Come back tomorrow with a fresh mindset. Just remember, you can't win them all, so even if you're having a bad one, it is what it is. So I'd like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.